Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi Learning by Doing. So now I am going to start with another series of videos in which we will be working on test automation. We will be building test cases, we'll be sending how are different types of test cases, how you can build them, what are the testing activities that are available, how can you generate data for testing and many other things. So there are going to be many videos that I'm going to build on test automation covering different concepts of test automation and how you can test your workflow along with different features that we have in test automation in UiPath. So today in this first video, we are going to just see a simple demonstration of test automation template that we have and how to create a test case. Also, we are going to see how to add. So for example, if I have an Excel file, which I want to treat that as my test data. So we'll be seeing how we can utilize that Excel file and not only having that complete Excel file. So for example, there are 100 rows of data and you want to only use 50 rows from that. So we are also going to see how you can use only that 50 rows or how you can use limited amount of data from a major chunk of data and perform the test cases. So also we will be seeing many different things like whether that particular condition is validated or whether that is right or not, or multiple conditions are checked, not checked, how much is the workflow covered, which are the activities used and all that, and this complete series of videos. So let's start with the first video. Okay. So as I've said in my recent previous videos as well, the one thing that I find very useful is reading the documentation and understanding through it and then applying in the videos and whatever workflow we are building. So the same strategy I'm going to follow in my further videos as well. So even you know where are the proper resources available officially through UiPath, and then you get the complete idea of it through the implementation that we do. So as you can see on the screen, the application testing Studio Pro supports the creation of specialized test cases for conducting automated application testing, either in VB or C Sharp. Individual test automation projects can be created in Studio Pro, used for verifying the data and included in the CI/CD pipeline scenario. So today we are going to see how we can create a test case and add a data driven test case. So what is this data driven test case? Is basically use the data imported. Now whenever we want to test a particular test case that we have built, what we will do is we will just give the path of the Excel file that we want to treat as the test data, and we are just directly going to import it. Now import does not mean you have to use a read range activity of Excel or workbook or anything as such. There are directly features available in the test automation in which you can directly add the complete data in the form of JSON, which will be passed to our arguments. So now whenever you import the data, the initial first row, whatever you will be having, that will be your headers. So that will be your argument's name that we'll see over here in this video as well. And then later that arguments will have the value of your particular row that you are using. So this is the first thing. So now to create a test case, let me just open my studio and go over here and in start. Yes. So if you see there is test automation over here, you need to simply click on it, fill in the name and all that. And once you do that, uh, workflow will be created. So this is the test case, and these two activities you see that I have added, but this will be the by default workflow, right? And if you see there are only three by default dependencies, that is the system activities, which is obviously required, and other is the UI automation along with the UI part dot testing activities. So for example, if you have a process created, right, and if you want that process in your test case or you want to utilize that in such of that kind of manner, then you can just simply install this package. No need to recreate the complete workflow in the test automation, but I will advise, if you are trying to do automation testing or application testing, just create a test automation workflow which is available only in Studio Pro, as we read in the documentation as well, right? So what are the testing activities available now? Let me just type testing over here. You see there are two types of testing activities available. One is if you don't have your testing data, or you have been told that just you can take random names, mobile number or anything as such. So how you can generate that data, that feature is also provided in UiPath. Now this is not what I'm saying the data driven test cases. But in case if you are trying to build data driven test case, then how you can generate random data? So that is this activities available, as you can see now. Add test data queue item address. So if you want to generate a random address, you can simply take that. So random country, it can be anything. You can select any of the country, right? Let me select, okay, random city. Now you see you can select anything, and a random address will be generated, and you will have that in output dictionary string. So this is dictionary because I think it is the country and the city that we are trying to use. If you want to generate a given name, you see the output is going to be resultant string, right? Then random date number. So now what many times what we do is, while testing our normal workflows as well that we used to build during development, we used to use assigned activities and we used to create the test variable and do the testing. But now if you see, there are completely the main required test data that we need: name, date, number, random string, random value. As we can see, all of them, everything is available in the UiPath.testing activities. And I think this is wonderful feature that is provided in UiPath testing, and you can utilize it to test your automation workflows. Now, for verification, there are three activities available: asserts the output of a given activity in relation to a given expression, verification activities, and verify control attribute, verify expression with operators. These are three different activities. Each of them have their different uses, but in this video, as you can see, I have already dragged one activity, that is we are going to use a verify expression. So now I will explain later what we are trying to test and what is our data. But for now, we are going to use the verify expression activity. In the later videos, I will be using the other verification activities as well. So you see, this is what UiPath.testing.activities package contains: the random data generation that we have and the verification process, right? So now if you see in project, a test case is already created, so we need not create. Since we selected the test automation, we have directly a test case. Now to add the data, right, I have already added, so let me just remove the test data and we will re-add it. So your test data will come under this folder, that is variation. So let me right click this and add test data, right? And I will click on variation file. By that I can select an Excel file that I want, and I'm going to go to a particular folder where I have my data, right? So now what, okay, okay, it is open. Yeah. So first, let me show you the test data that we have. We have name and email. Now, what we are going to test is whether each of the name has an email already with that, or if there is a valid email. So let me type it ABC, and this is empty. So what we are going to test is whether each of the name in the column name as a valid email address or not. So this is my test case that I'm trying to build. This is very small test case. I know it does not involve a major part of the workflow, but just since we are exploring and learning, so that is the reason I am just having this small data. So now we are going to verify that each of the name has a valid email address or not. Let me save this, close, and we'll re-import the data. So this is what we are talking about, creating a data-driven test case. Now later you will come to know how we are utilizing that data as well. But for now, this is the part. Going to see and then going to participants. Okay. Now sheet is one. If you see, if there are multiple sheets, they will be available in the drop down, and I'm going to click on import. Now, as soon as I click on import, you see there is one prompt over here. Data successfully imported from participants.excel file. You can access the data in your test case via arguments. So now if you see, the first row is by default available over here. Now this is the default value of my test case. I can verify for all the other data as well, and we'll be seeing how to do that. But if you see, under variation, one more JSON file is created. Now this JSON file as my data, and let me show it to you over here. Now if you see, name Rakesh Roshan, email name Rakesh Sita Tiwari, email Manoj Kumar, and whatever we have saved, right? So This is how the data looks like, right? Let me save this. Now what we are saying is whether that particular name is a valid email address or not. So if we see in the arguments, right, let me, yeah, in arguments we have email that we need to validate. So what I have done is I've used a ismatch activity, right, and in that I have configured a regular expression to check whether it is a valid email or not, and the input we are giving is the email argument, and output we are storing in where email result. Now what is verify expression activity? So basically any boolean variable, right? So if my boolean variable is true, that means that my particular expression is verified. So that means there is a valid email address present, and if not, then I will be getting the false value, right? So this is what we are going to test in this particular test case, as I said earlier. So let me just quickly save this, and now you see run file with data variations and debug file with data variations. So I'm going to debug the file with data variations. Now you see this is what I was talking about initially. If you have 100 data and you want to select only 5 of them, you can have multiple datas, but now I want to select all of them, so I just simply click the box, and now I'm going to click on run. So when I click on run, each of these data will be passed one by one, and we'll be seeing the output. So the output will be available in the output panel. The verification result will be returned to you. Since the data is small, the process will be quite faster, I think. So you see the execution started for the first one, it passed. Now it is running for the second one. It passed for the second one as well. Now we have the third one was false because we have ABC. The fourth one, I think it is going to be true. And the fifth one, it is going to be false. Right, and now the execution is completed. So let me open the output panel. And now if you see, we have successfully created a test case which validates whether the email is valid or not. And you see each of the data that we have in the Excel file is validated. Now this is where we have only 5 rows or something like that, but in a scenario where you have a large amount of data, you won't be able to easily identify each of the data, right? So if I click on this, right, and if I remove this, now you see I can only see the verification results. Now this verification results can be used further as well if you want to use them in other situations. So this is how we have created a data driven test case. Now data driven test case is basically this only: importing your test data which you have. If you don't, you can use the data testing activities and generate the random data and verifying the results of the data. So we have successfully tested our complete project user. Now at the before ending the video, we are going to see one more feature, that is convert to workflow. Now I've built a test case and I do not want to get involved in the complete process of building a workflow again. So how can I change this particular test case into a workflow? So let's do that. The data variation link will be lost. Do you want to proceed? Yes. And now if you see, the data is lost, but we have successfully validated our data, right? And now I can just use the read range activity and read the whatever my data was and do the further processing. So in this way, I just simply created my test case back again into a main XAML file that we have in normal process. And it is also vice versa possible. If you have a process created, you can just simply, now if you see, let me click on this, convert to test case. Now as soon as I convert it, I just need to re-add the data, right? Add test data and variation file. I'm going back to, right. So now you see my data is imported again and I can perform the testing again. So you can easily switch between the test cases and converting it into a main workflow. So I hope you got a complete overview idea of application testing, how you can perform the testing, what are the activities available, which template you need to use, and how you need to perform the complete testing part. So thank you for watching the complete video. I hope you got a clear understanding, and I will be making many more videos where you get more clear understanding with complex use cases and scenarios in which you can test that particular activities there. And if you want to find out more before me making the videos, then just go to the docs.uipath.com, and there are multiple documents available in detail to learn about the complete testing automation. Thank you, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated to all the new videos I upload.